Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, where we left off last time. We're about to enter the Hanging Sepulchre. Let us hold the eel's coil up to the door. As the eel's coil nears the door, the stone-carved circlet rattles in your hand. Wisps of your soul essence encircle the coil, then reach outward. The tendrils curl towards the door, touching it, soaking it in a purple glow. A murmur, like Barath's own welcome, whispers up from under your feet. The door begins to slide open, grinding down into the ground. I have hiccups for some reason. Kind of annoying, but oh well. Let's get inside. I'm going to move my microphone down just a teensy. It's a little bit high. There we go. Alright, what's going on in here? The doors are shut fast, and you can see no locking mechanism. It must be opened elsewhere. That must be on our way back, I guess. There's a lot of corpses in there. That's worrying.
Leave it to me.
A little bit. A skull!
I'll see it done.
I pressed the skull. It leads to a door that leads to a sarcophagus and a lever. In the sarcophagus is actually some decent gloves for a fighter, but not a whole lot else. And a lever again. Oh, there's a risen soldier in here. Let me ask you, risen soldier, are you immune to being shaken? You are immune to being shaken, so that's not going to work out so well for us. Damn it, all I want to do is unlock my stupid mace. Now you can't let me do that, you jerk.
No prisoners. The alpha predator.
He's dead. So you can summon multiple skeletons. That basically turned Takehu into a necromancer, which is awesome. I wish I could make his chants go faster so I could just chant more of them. Let's grab all these traps. Alright, and then another treasure here. Nothing of note.
Easily done.
Block difficulty 8, no big deal. An exceptional medium shield. It's a heater shield. And whatever's on this guy's body, which is some generic magical items that we will sell. There's nothing in that little corridor apparently, so we just got hit by a trap.
What have we here? What have we here?
A lever of some sort. Ooh, there's a lot of risen in here. Not the least of which is the priest that's literally right beside us. Never mind, that priest didn't last too long. This may be one of those areas we have outleveled. A long time ago, apparently. Go lockpick that, please. Also, since our damage is very high, and I think our accuracy is quite high as well, we're gonna switch up our weapons a little bit. So we're gonna give her a superb blunderbuss. And a... what's this? Exceptional, what's she using? She's using an exceptional. But this also does extra damage as raw, knocks people back on crits, and is multi-shot. Okay. So we're gonna give her those instead. Yes, her accuracy is gonna be a little bit lower. But she's gonna hit a lot higher when she does hit. And also the magic in these things are gonna be pretty good too. Does this one... can we just upgrade this one to superb? How much does that cost? 15,000, holy crap, nope. You can take that upgrade
Aye, aye.
and just keep it.
We got trouble, folks.
I need you to get the trap. Or not. Somebody else will walk over it, sure.
This does not work.
So yeah, I'm definitely seeing the out-leveled this area by quite a bit. Level of killing. because we are just rolling through the enemies. Not even
Just say the word.
taking all the much damage. The only damage we took there was because I had a ranged in front of my melee.
What did you find, Ishi?
My melee would unconditionally kill everything in their path. Oh, I grabbed an item and I don't know what it was. I went too fast. What was it? Azure Blade. Exceptional. +2 penetration and grants mob rule, which is +3 accuracy when, or no, plus accuracy, 10 accuracy, when 3 or more allies were within 2 meters. We can also give it like wrong place, wrong time. Superb Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is +15% accuracy when 4 or more allies are within 4 meters, and wrong place, wrong time is 10% accuracy with melee attacks, 50% chance to interrupt on scoring a hit when 3 or more allies are within 2 meters. So it's all about keeping your group close. There's a Dargol marksman here, and a trap. Where are you? Why is our formation so messed up? There we go. But anyways, you're close. But anyways. Oh. Oh, well, the skeleton ran over the trap, I guess.
No prisoners.
No, just keep fighting. You come back here. Oh, she died. Oh well. There's a shade on her. And oh no, she got res. I was gonna say Takehu took a bunch of damage, but he didn't. He didn't take any. I took a little. An insignificant amount. Let's finish off this Dargol Corpse Eater. And then this Dargol Marksman's about to eat it too. Wait, are Shadows the one that summons Shades, or Shades summon... That doesn't matter, we're gonna kill it anyways. Wait, can I... That doesn't matter now too, because I'm out of focus. I was gonna see if we could afflict one of these. Maybe I can do this Ravager. Eat my confusion! Oh yes, shaken and confused. Nice, it worked.
You got the decency to die? I'll reap what I sow.
I really want to get this affliction thing done with, because it's kind of a pain actually. We updated our quest. Eulogy for the Dead. Which is... which one? We have the first part of the eulogy for the Ysir's champions. Alright then. North or west? We'll go north. This is a pretty big place, all things considered. I don't know why, but I wasn't really expecting it to be. Thought it would be smaller.
What did you find, Ishi?
Leave it to me.
What did you find, Ishi?
I'll see.
So let's go back this way. There's clearly something we missed here. And then we'll go open up this thing, which I'm sure is a thing we have to do. I'm guessing there's another area over here. It is possible that this is also just nothing. I guess. It looked like it was something, but I guess it was not. Sadly. Okay, we'll wander back. We can just fast forward. We'll go super quick. Let's see what we have here. Back to normal speed. That is a lot of skeletons. And of course we have to fight skeletons here because that makes sense. We're summoning our own skeletons though. Wait, can skeletons be confused and shaken? Yes, they can. Start shaking them. No, stop blowing up the skeletons so fast. I need to shake and confuse them.
Still got it.
Oh yeah, this is going so well. We're getting like a lot of these
Right between the eyes.
shaken and confuses off that we need.
Right between the eyes.
Because nothing here has very good will saves. Come on, just hit something. Okay, now we can do a couple of these. Did that not work? Let's try again. We're all out. Okay. Go hit that one. I guess that's it for these ones.
Right between the eyes.
Alright. Easy enough, but I was kind of hoping we would get our mace upgraded. That worked out really well, though. How many more do we need? Probably only a couple. 3. We need 3 more.
Of course.
I'm super duper excited to get that done with. Also, Edir has 305 hit points. That's a lot of hit points. Like a surprisingly large amount of hit points for level 13? 13. Alright, so we'll go in here, we'll open this door like we were planning to before. That lets us leave. And there is nothing over there. This leads to the Forgotten Mausoleum. That leads to the Catacombs Tunnels. And up here, we will find something. Oh. The symbols of death. The skeleton stands rigid as stone and just as strong, eternally warding the crypt beyond. As suspected. The skeleton's chest is bowed outwards from pride, its stout bone hands clutch the haft of a heavily adorned but battle-worn spear. Above the skull, an eroded engraving on the wall depicts a man standing triumphant under a great gate. Okay, what about the other one? Or is it the same thing? Nope. The skeleton's shoulders are squared for battle. Its fingers grip the rusted remains of a large mace. Above the skull, an eroded engraving on the wall depicts a kneeling woman raising a lantern. I guess we don't have either of the things we need for this part yet. So, Catacomb Tunnels or Forgotten Mausoleum. Let's go to the Mausoleum first. Mausoleums are usually pretty small, unless they are Fantasy World Mausoleums, which apparently have the square footage of small kingdoms. Think about the mausoleum from like Diablo 3, which is like bigger than the entire kingdom. It has like 18 levels, and what is that thing? That thing looks like it's gonna come to life and fight us. I can almost guarantee it. It looks very much like an enemy.
What did you?
Oh, there's so many traps. Ooh, there's new armor. Effigy's Husk, Superb, Skane's Resentment, and Slush Defense. Let's take a look at it. It might be good for one of our characters. What is Skane's Resentment? Negative 50% healing received. When the wearer becomes bloodied or reduces the healing of nearby enemies by half. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty damn good. What else can it do? Armor of Flesh, immune to Might Afflictions. Eyes of Blackstone, immune to Perception Afflictions. Skane's Hatred, which is... It increases it to 75%, and it can become legendary for a huge amount of money. Alright, I'm guessing this is going to cause a fight. What a shocker. It's almost like I knew that was going to happen. Alright, you guys fight that one. You come fight this one. You do this. Shake and confuse, 1. Possibly 2.
Still got it.
2. Unfortunately, there are only 2 enemies. Not a very well defended mausoleum, but...
What is it?
Didn't this might have come to life? Yes, there's more. You guys got this. I believe in you and stuff.
Quick,
Yes, I think that upgrades our mace. That's 3. You know what? Let's get 4, just in case.
Right between the eyes.
Interrupt? Don't you dare interrupt my ability. I'm trying to shaken you, damn it.
not a chance.
And now I can't even get remotely close to combat. We have too many little skeletons. I love that skeleton summoning ability. It's pretty cool. Magistrate's Cudgel has upgraded. Now we have to travel to the Oathbinder's Sanctum and rest at the altar. Oh, that doesn't sound good. But we have the Cudgel. It is a little bit better. So, what did it gain? Fair Trial? Perhaps? No, it was Fair Trial before. It marked things before. Maybe a Verdict? Attack targets on critical hits? I don't know, something like that.
Take care of it.
Now we have to go to Oathbinder's Sanctum, though. We were there before? Weren't we? Yeah, I'm fairly certain we were. But first we have to finish the Hanging Sepulchre. Once we finish this place, we'll go to the Oathbreaker's Sanctum, and we'll deal with that. I'm certain we've been there before. And my dog is being a little bit of an asshole. We went the wrong way, didn't we? Yes. Let's go into the Catacomb Tunnels. I'm sure that there is something in there. Maybe. Through the crumbling remains of an old tomb, a passage leads deeper into the mountain. Let's inspect its entrance. Skeletal remains jet out from the walls inside the tomb. Its niches now filled with loose rocks. Ahead, the graves lead into a passage. It bends to the left, a breeze whizzing into its hollow darkness. Let's go in. You pull yourself up into the tomb, beyond the half-interred bodies flanking it. A passage into the rock winds its way upwards. You ascend through its bends with care, leaving the light of the catacomb behind. You stand in a dark, narrow cavern. The path ahead climbs out of the depths of the mountain. We can continue up the cavern or go back into the catacombs. Okay, let's go back into the catacombs. I don't think... Actually, you know what? Let's go up to the cavern. You cross the narrow cavern, leaving it behind, and begin your climb through a steep passage. The air grows stale and heavy. You stand before a hallway. Its columns frame dozens of tombs hollowed into the rock. Cubbyholes line the wall. Skeletal remains litter every alcove and spill onto the stone slabs that tile the floor. Inspect the hallway. You carefully scan the corridor and focus on every detail. Skeletal remains, probably dislodged from their cubbyholes over centuries, litter the edges of the walls. Judging by an emblem etched on the stones of the tombs, members of the same clan or group lie buried here. A faint sparkle catches your eye. Under a pile of bones collapsed inside of an alcove, you discern something glittering. It seems to be within easy reach. Let's get the glittering object. You reach inside the cubbyhole, digging into the pile of bones and stones. Your fingers touch something cold, its surface smooth as glass. You grab it, surprised at its weight, and pull it to reveal a large ruby resting on the palm of your hand. We got a ruby. Let's continue down the hallway, I guess. Steps carved on the rock climb the tunnel. Its exit forms ahead, chiseled against the light of the open sky. You stand on the narrow ledge above the tomb's entrance. Above, a tree hangs over the precipice, offering an anchor point for a grappling hook. The wind gusts beating on the side of the mountain will require a precise throw. No, let's go back. We're going back. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Right, we're going the opposite direction. Okay, there we go. We're back. I guess we don't go that way yet. Soon, though, perhaps we will go that way. Alright. Now maybe we can do this thing. Inspect the skeleton. Maybe we have to read the stones we picked up. Nay ought to be bragging needless now, but 'tis important that it keep con how full of life, strong and devout Ysir wis for a Baratheon priest. Together by his side in glorious battles, fought to Barath's honor. I gutted countless undead with my spear for near hot 20 years. Ysir fought to keep shut gates of hell. Surely they will crash open with his passin. As blood seeps out from a wound so deep, and death croons about the sepulchre, let silence fall in final warden to betake my priest until Barath's dark maw. After many a battle, when my mace had failed him, now I bind his wounds, and can watch only while he dies. Fadwin, Lady of Vigils. Someone needs to brush up on their English. Call out his name, the Lord of Heldengate. His skeleton stands rigid as stone and just as— oh yeah, your words reverberate in the darkness, beckoning the skeleton back to life. Borthwyn, Lord of Heldengate. The sound becomes a thrum riding the air as his soul essence coalesces and curls around you. It prickles along your skin before snaking for the skeleton's mouth. Empty eye sockets alight with flames, the skeleton shudders and rattles, head bowing forward. Its soul essence seeps into the door's seals. Next one. Call out her name, the Lady of Vigils. Your voice clangs through the caverns. It echoes again and again as the air around you grows heavy. Fadewyn. A toll, a death knell. Fadewyn, Lady of Vigils. A dark essence plumes up, coalescing in the air, then it curls, sifting slowly into the skeleton's mouth. Empty eye sockets alight with flames, the skeleton shudders and rattles, head bowing forward. Its soul essence seeps into the door's seals. And thus the door was opened. Oh, that's not a good sign. That dude is really tall. The towering skeleton straightens its spine, and the sound of its bone shifting rattles around the cavern. A gilded sword rests strapped to his back, and in his hand he grips a massive flail with a heavy skull for a striking head.
God's chosen. 'Tis a blessing to meet you, and to a shame. As to walk here is to court with death.
Twin fires flicker in the pits of his blackened eye sockets, burning with a deadly intent.
Been more than a middling life worth since my flails got bathed in bloody gore. Speak, then perish. Listen, you've a cause from Bereth to fare here.
The Death Guard drags the spiked skull head of his immense flail over the ground, gouging the stone at his feet. Then he hefts the flail's chain over his bony shoulders. I couldn't be here if Barath didn't personally favor me. The skeleton stands still as death, magic billowing around him, burning in the air. For several moments he only stares. Then his teeth clack loudly, and he hefts his flail from his shoulders, swinging it just short of your throat.
So tell me what for the goddess would send ye. Swiftly, a button your next and last breath.
A ghost ship sails the seas. I come to learn of Lucia Riven so I might end her haunting. The Death Guard seethes at the mention of Riven's name. Rage, cold but violent, rattles up the skeleton's spine.
Curse her soul to nether and torture.
Oh.
Rivan would have defouled Bereth. 'Twas a black pox on the oar that she whilom sought to vile ruin.
He studies you, eyes flickering silently, then his teeth clack and he drops the flail skull down to crater the ground.
I would aid any who hunt for Rivan. Aye. Stay your death, and I will. Again now, speak.
What can you tell me about Lucia Riven?
I con her well.
The Death Guard nods.
What are you seeking to learn?
Who was she?
Rivan was a Darkotsi paladin. She defied Bereth, wielded a weapon nae meant for the hands of mortals. I hunted for Rivan and the sword, from Valia to the Deadfire. Hinderly caught her, slew her, and took Bereth's weapon for warding. But Rivan wouldn't keep dead. From sheer will and faith, she rose a monster, able to breed an army of undead. Turned Death Guard, Rivan sailed with her undead army in her foulsome Thumferus.
Can you tell me about the battle fought against the undead?
I tried to end them for good, but the battle turned against me. I tracked the ship's comings and caught a regular trail. So I sailed to meet Rivan near the shadows of Duskin Isle. Then I waited. A far fog neared despite the good winds. Rivan's ship crept from the mist. The winds died off, the waters calmed, and the ghost ship routed my ambush. 'Twas a slaughter. I was mort wounded, but fled with Bereth's weapon, the Engoliero dos Spears. Came to the temple of Nekataka to be buried. But I couldn't leave the sword unwarded, so I begged Bereth for another chance to serve my cause. I refused to die.
Let me ask you about something else. I must take the last stone tablet of your eulogy to the High Priest of Barath.
Aye then, I'll allow it. They priests need to be keeping the sacred rites of Bereth alive. There it lies in my burial grave.
So you sacrificed yourself to guard this sacred weapon.
Aye. 'Twas a harsh choice, but I made it. Was willing to serve my deity by becoming Whitta hunted in her name. The weapon cannot be allowed out in Aora. Needed to ward it for all time. But I cannot keep it from the undead if I'm not undead myself.
I could put that weapon to good use for Barath. His pale bone fingers clench a tight grip on the weapon's hilt.
Think you're deserving, do you? But in what way should I trust you now?
I am one of Barath's chosen. Allow me to use it against Death's transgressors. The Death Guard looms in silence. Light from the surrounding braziers warms the shade of his bones.
Who else has been born twice of Bereth aside from me and you? You can wield this weapon, aye, for a time. And first you'll swear a blood oath to return it.
I'll cut my hand. I'll return it. Sure. He rattles his large skull.
Now your troth has been marked before Bereth.
I don't care.
And your fate thisly sealed.
The ancient Death Guard hests the sword towards you, beckoning to take it from his bony hands. Very well. What is it? I'm very curious to see what it is. It is not even equipable. But it is a quest item, so maybe we needed to kill something. Oh yeah, we need to take this thing. Alright, let's go turn this quest in, and I think in the next video we're gonna go hunt ourselves a ghost ship. Let's just go it this way. It's just as fast as going out the weird way that leads to the temple. I think eventually we should go kill him too. Probably got some good loot on him. That heavy flail sounded amazing. Could always use some crushing damage aside from the mace that I currently have. Temple of
You
Bereth.
must gather your party
What is?
before
Oh yeah, he
the-
wanted the
How much
tablet.
of the captain's hardtack have you eaten?
Don't eat
You're
my
gonna make yourself
hardtack.
Sick again, foolish bird.
You can't eat the hardtack. That's for the crew. Ishi, you get real food. The crew gets the hardtack. God, you don't even know the hierarchy. You're a combat bird. You're more important than half the crew. All the crew.
Coming along well, is it? It can be dangerous down there. So I read. I never went yet. But I will, after I die.
Did you know Ysir had become a Death Guard?
Had heard, but knew no. Is it true? Ysir is a death guard.
Yep.
So, under the right duress, it can be done.
You want to become a Death Guard? That's why you're preparing a ritual to kill yourself?
Yes, the fate that awaits me. Then I will walk within the catacombs beneath the temple. Finally, I'll be one of Bereth's chosen, blessed for always.
It's an ambitious plan, I'll give you that. Slanting you a feeble smile, the priest checks the remainder of a nearby hourglass, then he uncorks his goatskin flask and chokes down a deep swig.
We will speak again, after my acolyte has gouged my heart from my chest.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The cutting and the chants will work.
Head tipped back, he closes his eyes, as if he can hear the chanting already.
You'll see. All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask.
I have the tablets for you.
Give them here.
The priest's arms quiver from the weight of the stone-carved tablets. As he sets them down, his hands scan the grooved words.
Truly, you are Bereth's champion. Yet you will not die soon. There is work ahead for you. I set these aside for you. Old keepsakes from another time.
Why, thank you.
Bereth holds you close, perhaps in helping you.
He trails off, leaving the thought unfinished. Checking he does the goatskin flask again. Well, good luck with your whole killing yourself thing, I guess. We did his quest. There's nothing else to do at the moment,
You
so
must gather your party before
either he'll be alive when we get back, or he'll be dead when we get back and there'll be a new person in charge. I guess we'll find out. We need to go fight a ghost ship, but that's going to be in the next video because it is time. That time of the night to say adieu. Actually, it's more like adieu, but whatever. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.